All right, what's up next here?
The
Chapter
Central Coast.
982, Central Coast
Vietnam
Veterans. These folks coming from Guadalupe, helping veterans from all years, World War II, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. And we do so many stories on our current vets returning from war and all the struggles that they face. So we thank them for the effort that they're doing.
And their service.
Good morning.
Looking good.
I love that. That's very neat.
Isn't that awesome?
That's what they call a mule.
A mule.
A mule. It's an Army mule.
They've done well to reconstruct it, right?
Yeah, no, I'd love to have one of those. That'd be great.
Again, Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 982 of Guadalupe. Never again will one generation of veterans abandon another. If you want to learn more, www.vvachapter982.org.
Sidecar, how cool is that?
Sidecar, double rider, nice looking motorcycle, in camouflage. That's a piece of art.
And just behind
Ready
them,
for war.
we'll see them next,
Yeah.
the El Camino Junior High School cheerleaders, 21 members on the team, carry an average GPA Jazz of 3.4. You gotta study.
And you got to do well. I mean, this is what these athletes do. I mean, they're busy with practice and the games and all the events they have to attend, and then also do well and make sure that they ace their tests. So
Let's give a shout out here.
Like this.
The team is led by their captain, Michelle Ambrose, and co-captain, Ashley Oeo.
And Mark, don't forget they are coached by Estancia, Zarlene, and Tatiana Almaden. Right behind them, you can see the El Camino Junior High Marching Band.
A group of 7th and 8th grade students. Their experience anywhere from 1 to 5 years.
It's really wonderful to see the youngsters out in the band. I don't think too many students go out for band like they used to in the old days, but it's nice to see that it's happening.
I really appreciate, the musical talent because it's something I don't have. My dad plays the guitar and has some of those skills. I just don't have it.
It was not passed
it's
on.
neat to see the kids carry it on.
The Elks used to have a band, the Elks Youth Band, that was made up of a lot of students from all the different schools. And I was a drummer in that band when I was a little kid.
You need to be out there this morning.
Right. Well, yeah.
Look at this float, Bobby. Wow, Mark. This is fun. That's a big one.
The American Cancer Society. And there's Lois Capps. She's walking on the parade route this morning.
We just got some beads thrown at us. This is what I call party.
Lois Capps holding a sign that says, "Bring cancer to an end."
And I promise we didn't do anything for those beads. We are well behaved. That is a party. Relay for Life, the #1 fundraiser for the fight against cancer. They're going to be holding an event the 29th and the 30th of June at the event center. And the float was decorated with a Monte Carlo theme.
Jazz, do you know what we missed right there?
The cards.
No, Pumpkin Town. Pumpkin Town was on that
him
float.
Yesterday. Well, I'm sure he did get on that
He's
float.
the rodeo clown, if you don't know, and we had a blast talking to him yesterday on Central Coast News at 5 p.m.
He is really a nice
He told
guy.
me how a bull hit him in a barrel and popped him out the other side. And I won't go into the details that he described what had happened to him when that happened, but.
He's really, he puts his life on the line out there over
Oh, yeah,
at the
for the
rodeo.
PBR, yeah.
And I think earlier you mentioned about Juan Carlos. That is a fun little thing when he comes running out there and goes all over the arena. That's fun. Another thing to see at the rodeo.
Saying hello this morning to Rancho Nipomo Adobe. The float this morning is being pulled today by Gene Texera.
Bobby, someone's telling you to go get on that tractor.
Are those your friends? You know
Gene
those
Texera
guys?
is driving that tractor. He's having a great time today.
It's a nice seat.
And some past presidents of the Rancho Adobe Association riding. And the carriage on this float is an original Dana family carriage.
And you see it right now on your screen. We want to mention them, the Tommy Kuntz Junior High School Marching Band performing Activity March by Larry Clark. They are thanking the Elks and Santa Maria community for their continued support of music education in our district.
And hey, good luck to all the graduates. It is summer, and that means so many of our fine students graduating school.
Yeah.
And there's Cacho Asajian, State Assembly member.
Welcome.
We're lucky to have him. He'd tell you he's done a wonderful job representing us locally.
Assembly
And
member.
absolutely superb.
It always seems that Cacho has a smile on his face.
Wave and proud. You know, he was elected to the California State Assembly in November 2010, a longtime community volunteer, businessman, Cal Poly graduate. Cacho's made this job, his creation, his just #1 legislative priority for those working families. He is saying, so it's all about the economy and creating those jobs.
Mr. Asajian was being driven there by Santa Maria Joint Union School District Board member Jack Garvin in his 1972 Oldsmobile 442 muscle car.
Oh, another big guy right here, big float. Boys and Girls Club of Santa Maria Valley, offering its members all the sports, the educational, the leadership, the after-school programs, the food, the lunches they serve, but the cultural enrichment programs.
You know, any Boys and Girls Club, they do such a great job for the kids, and it's really needed for those after-school programs and during the summer. We know they serve so many meals and whatnot, so nice to see that the kids were able to come out, get on the float, and ride down Broadway this morning.
Guessing this is a Old MacDonald Had a Farm theme.
Boys and Girls Club in Santa Maria is absolutely huge. They are everything that you said they are. They're absolutely wonderful.
Located over there on Railroad Avenue with units in Guadalupe, Leroy Park, and at the Evans Park Housing Unit. The age is anywhere from 6 to 18. You're welcome to join the club if you're in that range. They say great futures start here. Again, the Boys and Girls Club of the Santa Maria Valley. And we are being joined now by Joni Gray. She's just putting on her headset. Joni, good morning.
Hey.
Nice to
Good
have
morning, you guys. I don't know if I'm on or not.
You are. We hear you.
We hear you loud and clear. And you know what a great outfit you have on.
Oh, thank you.
We're very glad you could sit down with us.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here. And you know what? Can't wear the hat, though, so forgive
That's
the
all
little
right.
hairdo.
We have headsets on, so the hat doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Joni, you can't beat the weather, can you?
You know, I was trying to tell people the other day, I think it's my 67th parade, and I've never seen weather like this.
Right,
Whoa,
beautiful.
We're lucky.
And to accommodate the skydiver, and I know you
he
guys
landed right in front of us.
You see those yellow ribbons up there on top of the Santa Maria Inn?
Yeah.
Those are his keys. That's what he'd look at to see where the wind was blowing and how the wind was blowing.
Wow. Very interesting.
Dropped right in on where he should be.
Well, I said, gosh, what a morning he's had. Cup of
was-
coffee, skydive, parade.
It was terrific.
It was quite the landing. And here's a guy, he has so much experience, which is kind of neat.
So much
Look
fun.
at these cute kids' faces.
Oh, they are delightful.
And again, we're just wrapping up with this entry, La Buena radio station.
Pretty good turnout today.
Excellent turnout. And I was listening to George Barnes, who's the person that basically takes care of the announcers and has a lot to do with the parade. He's just been up and down the parade route, and he said it's the best he's seen. And he gives a lot of credit to the fact that the weather's so good.
Yeah. Seeing right there on your camera, the Korean War Veterans Association. The Korean War lasting 3 years and 32 days. The United States deploying over 350,000 Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine troops to defend South Korea and prevent communism from taking over the Korean Peninsula.
You know, I was really young when that was going on, and it felt like a lifetime, and it felt like it was so far away. Those were the days before, like, a lot of television.
And social media where it's so accessible.
And phones, and I mean, they were just like a million miles away. So when I read there that it was only, what would you say?
3 years.
3 years.
32 days.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was 5, 10, 15 years. It seemed like a long time.
Wow.
We want to take that moment then to thank our Korean War veterans for their service to our country.
I think these guys just did the wave.
We
right
got
in
the
back
Santa
of
Maria City Council.
They did the wave. Do it again.
Well, we are really fortunate because we have a woman mayor.
Alice Patino. Good morning,
mayor.
Alice.
Yeah, that is so
The
neat.
first female mayor
Yes.
in the city's 108-year history.
Yeah, and next to her is Willie Green, who was just newly appointed, and Jack Boyson. Jack's got a lot of experience as far as county government and city government's concerned,
Well, we
and Bob
see-
Orrick.
And Jack, love him. He's there at every food drive and
He's
for
so
the
good,
Good
isn't he?
Samaritan. And
We're just saying hello to someone walking by our broadcast booth here.
she has the glittery cowboy hat on and the black lace.
And again, if you are just joining us here on KCOI CBS 12, we are broadcasting live also on the web at kcoi.com. And joining us to help us discuss the parade route this morning is Joni Gray, former county supervisor. The city of Santa Maria, I mean, what are they facing as a city council? Any major issues that you see them having to tackle?
You know, they seem to be extremely frugal, so they've done a really good job of not having to borrow, and they don't have a large deficit. So I think the city of Santa Maria probably is in good a shape as anybody. And you know, they've really sponsored this parade and supported
Good
it.
for
And
them.
now, I know other cities are having trouble doing
Sure.
that. Some of the cities aren't even going to be able to have their parades because there's no money in the budget. The city of Santa Maria seems to be doing fine.
That makes me happy. And this makes me happy, Joni.
Oh, it's just nothing but fun, and it's such a really nice day.
This is the Righetti High School Marimba Band and Ballet Folklorico. It was formed in 1975, and I just want to, let's listen in. Get up and dance if you're at home.
The reason that this is so incredible is Miss Gamboa, the man in the orange shirt waving in the front. He is the leader, and I was on the school board when they put this together because there was no recognition of all the wonderful Mexican cultures, and yet we have so many Mexican folks here. He put this together, the Folkloria and the Marimba Band, and you can see how long it lasted. I mean, they've been at it a long time.
Well, performing its 38th season, and over the years, almost 1,500 performances since 1975.
Yeah.
So a lot of history.
It's and that one man did it all. Ricardo,
cool.
yeah, just amazing guy. Well, you know, he had support, but I say it was his idea. He made it happen.
And you can see the smiles on those kids' faces. You know, it gives them something to focus on. You know, focus on the positive. So it's nice to see that.
It's a big part of Righetti High School. They just perform a lot, and people enjoy it very much.
And just behind them, as we're on a wide shot there, you can see making their way down to Broadway. We want to welcome the reigning Lompoc Flower Festival queen, Karina Rich, and the 7 lovely young ladies running for this year's crown.
Let me tell you a little bit about the difference in the Lompoc parade queens and what we do here. In Lompoc, they have to raise X amount of dollars, like let's just say $3,000. And then they're judged on their poise and their beauty and the way they give speeches. And so it's kind of a combination and community activities. So it's kind of a combination of community activities, looks, presentation, ability to raise money. And so you're seeing some really hardworking ladies there.
Yeah.
And they've worked on the parade wave.
The
Yes,
Princess
they
Way.
have. Yeah.
Let's give them a shout out here. I'm going to go through the list for this year's Queen candidates. Carla Bueno, Ava Malepsi, Kayla Menjivar, Brandy Fernandez, Dakota Harrison, Ashley Ekstrom, and Brianna Gussman.
This is going to be the Santa Maria FFA, Agricultural Education. That's what it's all about. The Elks Lodge as well, partnering up with the Santa Maria FFA. I mean, they have a long tradition here of excellence in the Santa Maria Valley.
And they do treat leadership and academic, all kinds of wonderful stuff, not just raising animals. It's a
It's more than
really
that. It is
production.
leadership. They have to go and they have to give presentations and help their community.
And it is a huge thing in Lompoc, Santa Maria, and San Ynez. It's really very, very important. FFA tradition is one of our things they're very supportive of.
And a great place to do it in here.
And they got a guy driving a tractor. I mean, at 12 years old, they're driving tractors.
Very neat.
Oh, and they even got some cattle dogs with them. They've got the Queensland cow dogs with them, yeah. So this is the real McCoy.
A 70-year Santa Maria tradition, the Elks Rodeo Parade.
Nice job with the float and the
I wanted to
tree.
give a mention there that Valerie Cañas has been elected to the 2013 FFA State Vice President position. So congratulations on that honor.
That's really impressive, isn't it? Because they have a huge organization and able to be the vice president of the whole state. Woohoo!
He's big responsibility now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Big
they have
role.
membership
Yeah.
over 600. So big congratulations to Santa Maria FFA.
And also
for her.
a big thank you to the fact that the schools still allow us to have that, because, you know, some of
Yeah.
them aren't so good about doing that.
And
all
giving them
those-
that support.
And you guys know with the budget cut, because
Yeah.
you talk about it every night on the news.
Unfortunately, we don't want to talk
No,
about
I know
it.
you. That's it. It's huge. But you just absolutely have to thank them. This is a fabulous entry, and I know you want to get through all these names, and there's a lot of them. These are the Elks Flag girls. Each one of them has their own horse and their own saddle, and they put themselves together, and then they ride in the parade and they ride in the rodeo. And
Good for
you
them.
be sure and say all their names.
Okay,
because
let's
that's
do it.
hard.
Joni's calling us out. Mark, I'll start. We have Jeanette, Brooke, Shelly, Molly. We have Shelby, Melissa, Desiree.
I'm going to go with the last names as well. Beth Field, Kiana Worth, Fallon Parker, Kia Brown, Ashley Millen, Rebecca Grimes, Brittany Erickson, Kelly Hanhart, Mandy LaFew, Sierra Madrigal, Nicole Duran, Kaylee Chavez, Ashley Singh, and Jessica Wilkins.
I actually have a saddle on that, one of those horses out there.
Oh, really?
Ashley Singh is riding one of my
That's
saddles, so I
nice.
get my saddle in the parade.
Did you
folks.
see it?
Yeah, it went by so fast, but don't they look beautiful?
And not to forget Cheyenne Dooch, Megan Woods, and Mackenzie Trimper.
Thank you, ladies, because that is a lot of work.
Flag girls they are.
And the girls in the group, I mean, ranging from age 12 to 40, so really spanning the age bracket
And
there.
it's a competition. I mean, you don't just get to ride for. You had to have a competition and choose the
Oh,
people
wow.
on their riding
To get
ability.
up there and have that honor.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The sponsor Flag Girls.
Here we go, the City of Santa Maria Recreation and Parks Department. Hey, it's summertime. We're going to really depend on this crowd.
Look how gorgeous
this
that
group.
float is.
That is well done. It looks like I'm at a museum. right
And
now.
there are awards given, right? Someone's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this
Yeah.
is a competition. And you know what they say? Visit Santa Maria's newest park, Los Flores Ranch.
It's a really big park. It's like hundreds of acres, and it's
beautiful.
just south of Santa Maria, and you can ride horses up there and do all.
Well, they have a couple
Picnic.
bikes on the back of the float, so I'm assuming you can take your bikes out there.
hike, and I know it's like 400 or 500 acres. They bought
Wow.
it so that they could have a place for a disposal site, but then they have all this property around it
That you can use.
that you
and-
can use. Isn't that cool?
Well, on a day
awesome.
like today, that sounds
Yeah.
like a plan, right?
Yeah, it does. It would be
Some
great fun.
Afternoon exercise. That's a great looking float. Santa Maria Parks and Rec.
Well, they were very foresighted when they bought that, because as hard as it sounds, it's hard to find a place for a dump.
It is.
Nobody
for
wants
a landfill. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because who wants that in their backyard?
Yes.
But the fact that they were able to do, the good with the bad, so they kind of made up for it.
Very, very smart idea. Very smart.
Let's
you
welcome
gotta do
Premier
something
Auto
with the
Bodies
trash.
owner
You
Hector
do.
Paz, joined by his employees and their children. With a nice float this morning.
Isn't that beautiful? It's got the red, white, and blue look.
This is their second year participating in the parade.
You know what? And the Marines look so nice on board.
I think those Marine outfits are gorgeous.
Very handsome.
I love Marine outfits, don't you?
So it's just so put together, and you feel so proud every time you see those men and
I'm
women.
sure they don't call them outfits.
Uniforms, I guess.
All right,
I
we-
agree with you, Joni.
We have to say rodeo.
For Salinas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I heard
And
the big
even
debate.
Here, even here in Santa Maria, it's
Rodeo,
the debate. Rodeo versus
rodeo.
rodeo. And with the history, it goes either way, right?
It goes either. I actually did rodeo most of my life,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I learned you got to say rodeo in Salinas.
Yeah, that's coming up in July, the 18th through the
Miss
21st. So if you don't get enough this weekend, if you don't get your fix this weekend here at home, you can head up north, and that is the California Rodeo Salinas. That's Miss Tracy Hinson.
Looking beautiful, Miss California Rodeo Salinas.
And they pick those folks on personality and appearance strictly. It's not selling anything. So-
Unlike but the Lompoc Flower Festival queens who we were talking about, I mean, they did a lot for that.
huge, yeah. Well, what do we got here?
Nice looking carriages.
Santa Barbara
beautiful.
Elks Lodge 613, it should be.
You know,
Yes,
that
it is.
lodge, 113 years old.
Well, they told me that last night that their average age is 73 years old, so they're looking for new members.
Oh, well, I'm sure they might find a few today and this weekend.
And they're the ones
Very
that come.
nice.
See, they've got a big fan club across the way there.
Oh, dressed in pink as well, waving the cowboy hats.
Tough enough to wear pink.
Yeah, Fred Chamberlain, the driver, is actually a rancher. I mean, on the scene rancher
Wow.
guy. Yeah.
They've been involved in the parade for the past 25 years.
Well, that looks like would be a hard job to get to the top of that fire engine. What
They
do
have
you
a
think?
nice view, though.
Yes, yes. I'm always interested in why are fire engines yellow? Maybe you guys know.
I don't. I don't. They should be hot pink so people see them coming.
Absolutely. Hot pink fire engine. I did hear that the reason they don't use red anymore, it's the hardest color to keep sharp.
Sharp.
They
and
have to
shiny.
repaint it
Maybe
over
that's
and over
why.
again.
Yeah.
We have many sponsors this morning. We want to take this moment to thank them. Santa Maria Valley Chamber of Commerce, a place to live, a place to play, a place to prosper. We thank them for their support.
This is the Santa Maria Valley Chamber of Commerce.
I believe these
The
are the American Legion
Legion
riders.
American Legion, okay. Oh, yeah, Jim Bacchus. Yeah.
Other fine members.
I mean, they don't just ride the motorcycles. They hold many events in support of veterans. They have raised and donated over $16,000 to the American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund for terrorism. They hold fundraiser dinners and have raised over $95,000 for the Wounded Warriors Ride to Recovery Rehab Program. So they do a lot of good.
And not just this parade. They participate in memorial services, other community activities.
They actually do a lot of organizing the memorial services and,
Yeah.
and show up and really encourage folks. That's gotten to be a pretty big, we get a good turnout at the memorial services now.
We
It's
need
really picked
someone
up.
to do that and to bring everyone together.
And I love seeing all the young people because it had kind of gotten so it was just, you know, not as many young people,
Yeah.
but they're out here today.
And if they grow up seeing this, they can keep it going. They can keep it the traditions.
That was an interesting thing that the Elks chairman did this year. He went to all the different high schools and areas and got volunteer groups to come and do things like put tables out and to pick up things.
For the parade route.
For the parade route and the rodeo grounds so
that they're a part of it.
Yes. That's real new. I mean, it used to be, and then the town got big and people forgot, and now they're out doing that again. And Brian Hayden really did get the kids involved. That's why Angie's here. She's got a bunch of kids that she teaches in her classes that are going to be taking down tables and working with them.
That's awesome. There's the guy with the mohawk pulling the vending cart.
Yeah, he's the one that scared the horses.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of work. Can you imagine pulling
It's
that?
heavy.
And they just...
He wants to sell those toys.
Get those things off my cart.
Up next, we have the Oceano 5 Cities Elks Lodge, number 2504. Exalted Ruler Beryl White and First Lady Gina here with their purple pig that helps children
Aw.
walk, talk, see, and play.
Where's the purple pig?
There's the purple pig.
Made of plastic.
Oh, I thought it was a live purple
I
pig.
did too. I was ready
I've been
for
sitting
it.
here waiting for that.
You know, the Elks Lodges, I guess they all have it, but when you go in, they have the purple pig that you can drop, you know, your change in as a little fundraising thing. I know my parents have that at their Elks Lodge in
Maybe
Newport
that's
Beach,
part
so
of it?
I think that's one of the themes of an Elks Lodge is the purple pig.
And that's a way bigger one, huh? The ones
Yeah.
that we see in the Elks Lodge. How you doing, Reg?
Joining them was Elk of the Year Sharon Rogers and Boy Scout Troop 413.
And they're representing the patriotism, the veterans.
This is a first. Orkut Academy High School. This is their first parade because the school's only 3 years
Yeah.
old.
The
It's
Spartans
brand new.
Band. So this, you know, you see a small band, but they're just getting started. So it's an accomplishment to get out here and do this. I mean, that's fantastic.
It's really shows you what a charter school can do. It's a group of folks that decided they wanted a certain kind of a school. They went to the Orkut School Board. The Orkut School Board said fine, and now they're even part of all the athletic roundtable. They're doing so many things. It's nice to see that.
The Spartans
giving-
Band, I was going to mention, directed
Good.
by Brenda Haskell, led by drum major Gabriel Oman and drumline captain Joshua Morgan.
So that's a first. We got to see it.
Good for them, and able to give these students another option, another educational outlet
They
that
say-
maybe meets their goals.
They say, Viva Santa Maria.
Well, I would think they'd say Viva Orkut.
All
Viva
right.
Orkut.
That's what
That
I'm saying.
too.
I changed the script.
I agree, Joni.
Thank you.
I love having Joni Gray up here. This is a blast.
I love the parade. I think it's just really fun. Yeah, it makes someone was asking me, why is this so important? It's important because you see people you haven't seen for a year, and you see them back at the parade, and then you see their grandchildren and their children and you know,
look
it's
at this
great.
shot. I mean, look at everyone who came out. I mean, look at this view we have right now.
Lining
It's
Broadway.
And everybody's, and you know what's interesting is most of them sit in the same place every year.
You know where to
I
find
know.
them, huh?
You
You
have
do.
your spot. You kind of
do.
People know, hey, that's where Bob sits. That's where Mary sits. And so
A quick mention here, this looks like the Happy Hollow Preschool. So they're riding by, little Hawaiian luau theme.
they've been serving generations and families since 1977. Happy Hollow Preschool, bringing some of the kids out this morning.
You know, they're a private nonprofit.
It's exciting for the kids when they get to be on the float. That's
yeah.
really neat.
And I talked about it earlier, Joan, my favorite, the rodeo clowns.
Oh, the clowns.
The Elks
Elks
clowns.
clowns.
Don't they love being clowns? Can you imagine doing that? I mean, I have enough trouble getting the regular makeup off.
Exactly.
You know, and
Where
just
they
so
do their
goofy. They have
shopping.
a good time.
Look at this
Look
one.
at the mini clown.
Oh, yeah. And look at the
Oh,
guy
Raggedy Ann.
in the lounge chair that's being towed.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, if I were a clown, I want to be towed.
That's what I want, yeah.
None of this riding
No.
stuff.
That is the seat to have.
I think they're on scooters.
Now, what are their names, you guys? We must know their
Oh.
We have Jokey, Pismo,
Oliva?
Oliva,
Jelly?
Jelly, Smiley, Happy, Dancy. The list goes on. And the rest of the Elks clowns, they all say, see you at the rodeo.
Not
no.
one clown with lousy attitude.
And not just that, Joni and Mark. They're saying, yippee yahoo! Elks clowns love you.
Yeah, here comes one now. I wonder who this folks.
Can we
A
get the
real
dog
clown.
with the tutu?
Good morning, good morning.
There's a-
Imagine getting up in the morning and putting that on.
I know.
I don't
All
know, Mark. I
smiles.
just don't think it's you.
Not on the news desk.
No. But it's nice that somebody does it.
Right next to the twirling clown, there is a cute-looking dog with a blue tutu around his neck, part of the clown posse.
I think one of those little cars like that one's riding might be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
That's
Not-
an interesting clown
Generally, you
outfit.
wouldn't see that down Broadway, but today they allow it.
They allow it. And that's an interesting clown with a ballerina dance outfit on and a red wig and cowboy
He's confused
boots.
about what he's supposed to be.
Oh, well, am I to judge who a clown is and what he's supposed to look like, he or she?
It takes a special person to be able to do that, so, you know, I appreciate that. That's, you know, fun to
They
come
oughta-
out here and make people laugh and have a good time.
Look, and they're handing out candy. That's how they're going to...
And, Mark, they ought to give
Get
every
loved.
one of them a trophy, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
if you're willing to do that, you definitely should get a trophy.
Working hard.
Oh, they still have a little clown. Look at, oh, aren't they cute?
They keep coming.
Yeah.
I think we're done, and then there's more clowns.
Look what he's walking on. I can't imagine.
Oh,
what that
his
is.
shoes.
Oh, they're like
Oh,
tennis.
they have a
oh,
fake
yeah,
top.
yeah, fake tops, bottom shoes. I mean, here we're talking. I don't know if the TV guys are seeing it. They just have to listen to what we say.
Well, we're kind of viewing, you know, making sure if someone's at home that they get the full experience on what's happening this morning.
There's
And
some crazy
if we
stuff.
see something, we're going to call it out, and if we can catch it on camera, we will. Up next, we're going to see them in just a moment. You see them there on your TV screen here on KCOY CBS 12. This is the Central Coast Shockwave Competitive Cheer Team.
Nice.
Going on its 11th year, competing all over the state. They went to the Worlds in Dallas this year, came home in 4th place.
Good for them.
And they do thousands of cheerleader stuff. I mean,
Wow.
the competition in the cheerleader, and they're just competition. They're not like cheerleaders that are just cheering at the schools.
Sure.
They actually
This is
are
competitive.
competition
Yeah.
cheerleaders. And to get 4th in Dallas is pretty huge.
Congratulations to them. Under new ownership, expanding the program. So if you're at home and thinking about it, they're always looking for new boys and girls, ages 5 and up.
Yeah, we really want to encourage people to be sure and sign up and be a cheerleader. It's quite a lot of fun, and you learn a lot of poise. And were you a cheerleader?
I did volleyball, basketball, so
Okay.
couldn't fit it in. But
No, you can't. They have
I went to a small school, and so it's great to see.
Where'd
this
you go?
Hayfork High School up by Weaverville, California.
Oh, up by Weaverville.
Yeah,
really?
so it was a
Wow.
small town.
Yes.
Jazz is a country girl.
Those are
This is
lovely.
in my blood,
Yes.
seeing all of this. I grew up with rodeos or rodeos.
It's probably rodeos up in Weaverville.
It is.
Again, this is the Central Coast Shockwave competitive cheer. And, you know, they got to manage their excitement and energy because they got a long parade route to go all the way down. So
Good
that's kind of neat when
exercise.
you see them doing something this active on the parade route.